Just get some levels again. So what are you having for tea today?
What am I having for tea? Don't know, man. Maybe a pizza. Whenever I'm in Ilkley, I just eat like shit. I like treat it like I'm on holiday. Veggie, sausages, beans, toast. I am Benjamin Murphy, and I have a alcohol-free Budweiser because safety first. Hangovers last about 6 days these days, so not like when we were kids. I know you because of skateboarding, which is why we're here. So we didn't meet here. This wasn't here when we started skating, but we skated together for a long time, for about 10 years probably. Between the ages of about, oh no, less actually, not 10 years. Between the ages of probably 10, 17 maybe. And then we all discovered drinking and partying, and the skating fell by the wayside a little bit. I live in London. Ilkley, London feels like home, but Ilkley is like my home. So I feel very tied to Ilkley. So like, more so than a lot of my friends who've moved away. A lot of my family's still here. So I come back maybe once every 2 months probably, which is a lot more than a lot of people that I know. But I work for myself, so I've got kind of flexibility in when I can just up and leave, come back for a bit. So I do as often as I can. What's going on with coronavirus? I'm stuck in my fucking house every day, all day. With the odd little jaunt to the skate park with you, keeping a respectful distance. Luckily, I think I'm very lucky in that I've got a lot of work I can do from home. So a lot luckier than some people who just can't work now. Say people who work in bars or cafes or restaurants or that kind of thing. I've got a lot of admin-y type stuff I can do at home. I can make work at home. Currently just working in my mum's kitchen. So yeah, coronavirus is a fucking nightmare, but I'm a lot luckier than a lot of people, I think. So it would be a little bit remiss of me to act like it was this life-changing thing that it is for some people. What I'm proud of, it's a tricky one because it's just like you're asking me, Ben, why are you great? So I don't want to just sit here and brag about all the cool shit I've done. I moved to London when I was 22, and it was a very spontaneous decision. I was running a cocktail bar. I was doing a master's degree. This is all in Manchester. And the bar closed and the master's degree finished and the lease on my house was up all in the same week. And so on a whim, I thought, I'm just gonna move to London. And I did. And then a week later I was there, a week and a half, I think. So that might not be the thing I'm most proud of, but it's the best decision I ever made. And all of the things that I'm most proud of are almost a result of that, I suppose.
Nice. That's a perfect answer. Yeah.
I'm a lecturer at university now. I'm very proud of that.
And how's that come about?
So I suppose once you reach a certain point in your, it sounds wanky already. Once you reach a certain point in your career as an artist, you start getting asked to do guest lectures and stuff. So I was doing a few of those just at universities around the country, just like go in, talk to students about yourself basically and about how you got to where you are now. And at first I really didn't like it because obviously speaking in front of a big group of people isn't exciting to anyone. So because I found it stressful, I thought I need to force myself into those scenarios more. So with Delphian Gallery, which is a gallery that I co-founded with my mate Nick, we started doing panel discussions. I started doing more guest lectures just to force myself out of my comfort zone a little bit because it's something I wanted to be good at. And then after doing that for a while, I realised I really enjoyed it. And so basically applied for a job and got it.
Nice. Any regrets?
In general, or
just for that?
No, I love it.
Nice.
It feels like an integral part of what I do now. Like, so I'm an artist, I'm a curator, I'm a writer, and now I'm a lecturer. And it feels like all of those things are linked, but they're all separate. So if I get sick of painting or drawing, I just go and do one of the other things for a bit, and then I come back to come back to it. So I'm the kind of person that needs to have like multiple irons in the fire. Yeah, so when I was 16, obviously partying a lot and skating a bit, doing my GCSEs, and I basically didn't like school really. I wasn't good at it. The only subject that I liked even a bit was art, and it was basically because it was easy and you could kind of do what you wanted. But my teacher saw some promise in me, I suppose. I didn't want to stay at school, but I also didn't want to join the real world and get a job. So my teacher really strongly encouraged me to go to Leeds College of Art and Design. And I did. And that was a decision I didn't really think about. I basically just didn't want to have to like get a job at a supermarket. So I went to art college, and this is a series of decisions, but then I went to university because I didn't want to join the real world. Then I did a master's degree because I didn't want to just join the real world. So all of those little decisions have had massive impacts, and they were decisions that were made quite recklessly and without really being thought through very well. Luckily, it's worked out because I've got no plan B. But yeah, they had impacts for sure. First love was skateboarding. Absolutely, it took over my entire life. Everything I thought about and did was skateboarding for a good, I reckon, 8 or 9 years, and it's been so impactful on my life. Even now, like I'm still every day watch skate videos. I don't skate as much as I used to because of a few things. I broke my ankle. That kind of put a dampener on things. As well as that, like I just worry about like if I break my arm, I can't work until it's fixed. I broke a finger a few years ago, and then for like a month to 2 months, I mean, I could still work, but it made things a whole lot harder. If I break an arm or a wrist or something, I can't earn any money for like 2 months. So
yeah, they call that the fear. I think when we were growing up, as soon as you have that thought in when you're going skating, that's pretty much your full career done, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I'm just like 10 years older, 15 years older. So now if I stack it and hit the deck, that pain lasts for weeks now. It didn't used to. So yeah, I don't skate as much as I used to. But yeah, skateboarding has I am a skateboarder, even if I don't skate every day, I think. What have I learned about love? Probably absolutely nothing. I'm still learning every day, I think. I guess it's a two-way street. I don't know. This is just going to sound like some like Hallmark card. I don't know, man. I haven't learned anything. Let's stick with that. I try not to plan too far ahead. Because being in the industry I'm in, all right, mate. Just like that, things are unpredictable. So I don't really know. I mean, I want to continue on the path that I'm on now. Every year is better than the last year for me, career-wise. So I want to just continue on that trajectory, I think. I don't have massive plans, but I want to continue building upon the year previously, I suppose. We've got a few big shows. Well, they've just been rescheduled because of fucking Corona. But shows in LA, La Spezia in Italy, Sydney, Paris, Helsinki this year coming up that have all been rescheduled. So my plan for the immediate future is to show elsewhere. So to basically avoid showing in the UK for a bit, show overseas as much as I can. So that's my short-term goal.
Did you get quite good exposure overseas? Like how do they like see you overseas? Like
I don't know, to be honest. I don't go over for a lot of the shows. So I only go for exhibitions if the gallery's paying, and often they're not paying. So my work is much better travel than I am. So it's hard to know, really. I mean, social media is just the best thing now for connecting with people and their work and having people discover your work. So it's almost like people don't necessarily discover you through exhibitions anymore like they used to. They discover you through social media and then go to exhibitions.
Do you think you've used social media to your advantage in that sense?
How
early were you using it?
2012, Yeah, 2012 I started. That's Instagram. So Facebook is kind of useless. Instagram started 2012. It's tricky. It's like it's a business tool, right? And it's incredibly useful. And I think a lot of artists and galleries neglect it as just being some adolescent thing that they can delegate to an intern or something. But actually, it's such an incredible tool that can pay dividends if you use it correctly. So we really use it. So I'm talking me and Delphian Gallery, the gallery I own. We use it as if it's a tool, and we treat it seriously. And it has a massive impact on our business for sure. What am I most scared of? Existential worries. What am I? Well, if we're talking like general abstract, I'm scared of drowning. Scared of not being able to breathe. That's like my biggest fear. So like drowning or, I don't know, being like trapped in a box.
Okay.
It's not very likely. Losing my memory?
I imagine we all end up trapped in a box.
Well, eventually, yeah. But then again, during that box time, you don't have to worry about breathing, do you? Very scared of losing my memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a worry that I think about very often, but yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But yeah, that'd be my biggest fear, I suppose.
Okay. I mean, like, do you take precautions with that? I know, like, some people they do Sudokus, stuff like that.
I don't do that kind of thing. I do read a lot though, and so I'm terrible at remembering people's names who I've met, but I'm quite good at remembering things I've read, I think.
Interesting.
So I guess that is some kind of brain training that, I mean, I do it for fun, not to train my brain, but I guess. If this was to an artist, I'd say treat your artistic practice as if it's a business and take it seriously. I didn't do that for a good 5 years of the beginning of my career. And in retrospect, I couldn't have done it any other way. But I wish I started taking things seriously earlier. Yeah, take yourself seriously. But then also, counterpoint to that, take your work seriously. But then the counterpoint is don't take yourself too seriously.
Okay.
Do
you think you practice both of those?
I try to. Because I run a business, Delphian Gallery, I often neglect my own business because I've been spending so long thinking about Delphian's business. So in terms of mailing lists and social media and all of that, I kind of neglect my personal stuff because I spend so long doing the Delphian stuff. But I do take my practice seriously like a business. Do I take myself too seriously? I think we're all probably guilty of that to some degree. So I think I probably do a bit, but I also try very hard not to. I think in the arts, being an artist or a musician or an actor, part of what you're putting out there is also your personality. So I think it's very easy for artists, musicians, actors, whatever, to just start believing their own hype and taking themselves very seriously and just becoming dicks, basically. So I try and avoid that. I don't know how successful I am. Maybe you can tell me, but yeah, that would be my advice, I suppose. So me and my friend Nick J.S. Thompson, we started co-curating unofficially each other's shows. Then we just made an Instagram account to share artwork that we liked, basically. And then all of a sudden it just took over. It's like this beast now that's taken over our lives. It's like a full-time job for both of us that I'm now thinking about all day, every day. It was never planned to be that. So it's just the two of us, Delphian Gallery. We don't have a permanent gallery space. We do shows probably once every 2 months. And as well as that, we also do we do the panel discussions I mentioned earlier. We've just released a book, but then we've also got another book coming in June or July, coronavirus pending. And we do a podcast. We do a lot of stuff. It's a little bit more than just a gallery, I suppose. No. I think I will, as I'm about to do now, just talk and talk and talk until someone stops me. So I think I've talked enough probably.
Sounds. That's great.
All right.
Ben Murphy.
Actually, no.
Okay, here we go.
No, there is one thing. I reckon all of the people who used to skate and don't anymore should just do it. Get back. All the people that I text who I used to skate with. Oh, I'm going for a little nostalgia session. Do you want to come out? No. Well,
I
them.
think it's the lost boys that have grown up.
Yeah, direct message to those people. You know the people I mean. Why are they not here right now? They should be. This whole bit should just be fucking cut, shouldn't it? But I messaged Chris Walker the other day after I was here with you.
I don't think he skated for about 12 years.
No. I messaged him there the other day. He didn't even reply.
That's standard Chris Walker. That's
Yeah,
standard
maybe.
Chris Walker. Yeah. But right, anything else?
No.
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 Sound. Ben Murphy, nice one. There's been drinks and things.
Cool.
Great.